Hello. Good morning. Just finished a nice little 4-mile run. Slowly getting back into it since being ill for a few days. Just signed off Atro. He's got his full marathon this Sunday over in York. He's gonna absolutely smash a sub-3 marathon, which will be huge. Come join me on my run today. Have a look at some of my sessions in the gym and let me just show you around today. I'm down by, where am I at? Near Lidl, I think. So yeah, just run it back. Still feeling a bit ill. So, hit the gym session hard. And then go from there. Good morning, princess. How are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing here at 6:30?
You want to go for a run? Does it keep up though? I don't know if it kept up that time.
Okay, so I always make sure to record and write down all my sessions are going to be before I do it. So here we go. Here's today. So we've got overhead press pull-ups, some deep handstand push-ups, some one-arm chins, all that good stuff, basically. And I do this to make sure that I keep accountable to the program that I actually wrote beforehand. And I always write out little boxes, as you can see there. And then I got my pen, and I take them off each time, basically, just to keep it nice and simple, no technology, really easy. Right, I'm nice and warm now. And the stretching as well is, I don't need to stretch to get ready for a workout. It's just, I'm really working on opening up some muscles that I know are like super tight. So my hip flexors, my hips in general are just super tight. So I actually have a rule when I work out that I can never sit still unless I'm doing like a big deadlift set. So for example, with bed press and pull-ups, I'll be doing pancake. In between, I'll be doing frog. I'll be doing deep squats. And hopefully, if it's not too busy, you can come see all that too. Cool. So here we have the stretching routine that I always do to get started on all of the routines that I do. So I go in a frog stretch, and I do a few kind of activations on each side. So you see me lifting up my knees, then lifting up my feet to activate my glute medius piriformis, and then I'm going to do a bit of a neck stretch, back stretch, curl my pelvis under, get a bit of an arch, etc., etc. Just kind of feel out the body, just kind of see how it feels. Again, the main kind of theme of this will be hips, just to kind of, because I'm really working on opening up my hips. And I sit back and go into a nice child's pose. I always make sure to kind of keep the same width that I was with my knees, keep my bum back on my heels, and then you'll see me here. I lift up one hand at a time with my arms straight to get my shoulders activating, specifically like my lower trap kind of area. Then I just go from here into a cat stretch. So I aim to get my knee against the wall, foot up on the wall, and I kind of bring that right foot forwards over the mat to get a bit of a hamstring stretch. And when I'm doing this, I'm always thinking about squeezing my left glute as much as I can, and really kind of getting that squeeze through that movement. And then obviously onto the right side, same thing. I might put that left foot forwards. Always try and think about not arching too much in the back when doing this, so kind of keep the core engaged. And yeah, I do this every single time before I get started, just kind of check in on my body, see how it feels. and then go from there. Cool, so for the actual workout, like I mentioned at the start, we've got overhead press and pull-ups to start. So I worked at 80 kilos, military press, overhead press, same thing. And I find the overhead press has a direct correlation to how strong I am at my Cali moves, specifically working anterior delt and working handstand push-ups and that good stuff. So I'm just rebuilding my strength up to a 2-plate overhead press. So again, just working on these. I think I did 3 to 4 sets of 5 reps at 80 kilos for this. So yeah, this is going to be my working weight for the Russian squat program for the next 6 weeks. And then same for pull-ups. Again, my working weight will be about 30 kilos. I really can't be asked to get a weight belt, so I just get a dumbbell, put it between my legs, and then go from there. I usually use the 2 handles in the middle of the pull-up bar, kind of keep more of like a neutral grip. But I've just been trying different grips, see how it goes. So once I've done 4 to 5 sets of that, I work on to my deep handstand push-ups. Now, for those of you that know from Cali, this is by far my favorite ever move when it comes to the handstand push-up. I just noticed this guy on the left's loving it. He's looking at it. Just working deep handstand push-ups are just my favorite ever strength move to get better at the handstand push-up. If you can work on deep range, then that means that the handstand push-ups on the floor become so much easier. And on the last one, I always do a slow negative, trying to come away from the wall, and then I kind of reverse the L-sit to handstand. After that, I like to almost do the opposite. So I work on more of a V-sit. This has always been a weakness of mine. And so I try and really think about squeezing my chest back, my mid-back and my up-back together, squeezing my hips up to the sky, and then my hamstrings are so bloody tight. So working in like a bent leg position is working up to that. So just kind of keeping that going and working up from there. And then next up, just generally working on the base strength. So incline bench, rows, Arnold press, all that good stuff. Again, just rebuilding my overall strength. I've been kind of ill this week a little bit. And from next week is when I'm going to officially start the my main programming, and so from here, all I'm basically doing is just doing some basic movements, feeling and having a good workout, and then from next week is when I will actually be hitting direct numbers and trying to work up to my maxes, which I'm going for, which will be coming out soon. So then I flip it round, and I'm just working on rows each side. So in general, I find in Cali, I find it pretty hard to hit kind of my upper to mid back. I find hitting lats really easy with things like front levers, but basically all movements in Cali hit your lats. But when it comes to your kind of mid back, your rhomboids, rhomboids, I find that hard. So I do this, and also again with the incline press, I find Cali's really good at lower chest, mid chest, but not really like upper chest. And so I always work on that. And then one of my favorite ever moves always is the Arnold press. This just kind of goes through the full range of your upper body, specifically in like the pushing and pulling area, and 2 big kind of weaknesses of mine, kind of my biceps, arms in general. And so just kind of do this for about 10 reps, just work to get a good pump, get it all moving. And then, as you'll see next, finish off with a nice little core work. Okay, well I'm strapped on time. I'll do a little 5-minute core finisher. So it's a good one to follow on to if you want to as well. only 3 minutes, but make sure to keep your lower back like completely flat on the floor. Core engaged through the whole thing. Fun, fun, fun. Who we got here? Too busy on a call. So, workout all finished. Managed to do overhead press. I actually substituted some of the pull-ups for muscle-ups. I just need to work on those. Then did, over in the corner, did some handstand push-ups, all that good stuff. Into the V-sits, some single leg work. Back over, incline press, into some Arnold presses. Watched my mate hit 247 for free on deadlift, which is pretty humongous. And then finished off a little core workout. So that's pretty much my like training routine at the minute. I try and run 10k each morning, and then in the evening, or kind of like midday, depending on how much work I've got on, either hit the gym straight afterwards or go for that basically. And it was a pretty easy day today in terms of training. Because next week I'm starting up my new program, which I will be vlogging and putting on the tubes. So if you want to follow along, it's all on there. Because I've now got some new maxes and new numbers, I need to basically adjust for that with the program. And so yeah, I'll leave you on lovely sunny Bath. Here we are. And tomorrow is going to be a full day in the life of a gym owner, which is funny. Gym owner. But yeah, gonna take you through the whole day from start to finish. Getting up at 4:30, setting up a podcast, free classes, hitting gym, and all the fun stuff that comes along with it. So I'll see you guys then. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.